Okay, so in this question we're given a right angle triangle and we've got two lengths and an angle. Now whenever we have that, with one of those being unknown, it's going to need trigonometry. So the first step of trigonometry is to mark the lengths. So I go opposite the right angle and that's going to be the hypotenuse, it's the longest side. Then I'm going to go to the marked angle and go opposite that, and that actually just is called the opposite. And the one left over and the one between the right angle and the marked angle is the adjacent, so I'm going to mark that A. Now one of these is boring, so I need to cross it out. Well, the O is the 2.4 next to it, the A is the X next to it, the H has nothing next to it, so let's get rid of that. The next step is to write down our SO, CA, TOA. And this is something you need to remember, and it's a collection of three triangles, SO, CA and TOA. And we're going to cross out the two ones we're not going to use for this question. Well, we've crossed out the H, so SO and CA both have an H in it, so we're not going to use those. We're going to use the TOA. Now some of you at this step will just write down tan x equals O over A and continue, and that's absolutely fine by substituting the values. I'm going to do a slightly different method. I'm just going to do a big triangle and I'm going to put in the values into this triangle. Now T stands for tan, the angle. Well, the angle in the question is 81, so it's going to be tan 81. Okay, the O stands for opposite, which in this question is 2.4, and the A stands for adjacent, so that's the X. Now the way of using this triangle is if we've got a number at the top and a number at the bottom and the unknown's at the bottom, then to get the unknown we do 2.4, the number at the top, divided by tan 81. So X equals 2.4 divided by tan 81. So I'm going to get my calculator, I'm going to press the fraction button, 2.4 at the top and tan 81 at the bottom. Now be careful to close the bracket. If you don't close the bracket on most calculators, you'll come up with an error. So if you get that error, just go back and put the closing bracket in after 81. And I get 0.38, and it's 0, 1, blah, blah. But it's two decimal places, that's just going to be 0.38. Now, I could add centimetres. It does have centimetres next to the X, so I don't need to, but I'm going to write it anyway.